All right, it's Saturday night, Motzai Shabbos here in my house, and you know what that means? That means it's time for us to make some homemade pizza. Hey everyone, it's Dora from flippinghouseandpancakes.com, and it is Saturday night. Shabbos is finished, everybody's off doing their own thing, and everybody's going to come back to eat some of my nice, fresh, homemade pizza. So we're gonna make some pizza together. This is my recipe from my cookbook, Flipping Houses and Pancakes, Kosher Recipes and Kitchen Design Tips from an Amateur Professional. This is the no-rise pizza dough. It's delicious. If you wanna leave it and let it rise, you can do that too, but you don't have to. And we're gonna assemble this pizza tonight, right now. You guys in your kitchen and me in mine. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing that we need for this pizza dough is yeast. We need 1 teaspoon, it's not a lot, 1 teaspoon of yeast going right in my mixer. Then we're gonna take sugar, and this is even less. You only need half a teaspoon of sugar, just half a teaspoon. I'm gonna use the same teaspoon measuring spoon the whole time so I don't make multiple dishes dirty, okay? So that was 1 teaspoon of yeast, half a teaspoon of sugar. We're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Everything's going straight in here. 1.5 teaspoons of salt, okay? And I'm gonna pour in, this is 1.25 cups of water. It's warmed up, I popped it in the microwave for a minute. It's all nice and warm. We're gonna put that in, and we're gonna just give it a minute to do its thing. Make sure the yeast is working. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna move this stuff off the counter. We'll just move it over to the side so that we have room for everything else. There we go. This is a very simple recipe, almost nothing that we have to actually put in it. Okay, so I can already start to see that some of my yeast is coming up to the top, so I know my yeast is good. I mean, I used this yeast yesterday and it was fine, so I'm assuming it's good anyhow. But it's always important to prove your yeast. Okay, so we had, again, a teaspoon of yeast, half a teaspoon of sugar, that helps the yeast kind of do its work, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and to that we're gonna add 4 cups of flour. And no, I don't tend to use a sifter. This flour has come pre-sifted. I put it in my bin. I give it a good shake, including in the cup, to kind of loosen it up so it's not too weighed down. So we're gonna put 4 cups of flour right into that bowl. Okay, you can kind of tap it on the side, shake it out. That's 2. This is the part where I always lose track and I get confused. Is it just me? 3, I lose count of everything while I'm cooking. Okay, and our last cup, that is 4. Okay, 4 cups of flour. That's all we need. Okay, and we got only one more ingredient. To be honest, I usually just drizzle this in, but because you're cooking with me, I'm gonna do it with a measuring spoon. We need 4 teaspoons of oil. You can use olive oil. I'm using avocado oil. You can use canola oil, whatever oil you've got, right into your pizza dough. Okay, that was it. That's all the ingredients. We're gonna put this down. I've got my dough hook on. If you're doing this in a bowl, you could do it with a spoon. And I'm just going to put it on the lightest setting, stir, because in a KitchenAid you don't want to be mixing dough on anything higher than a stir. Okay, we're going to let it mix up for a little bit, and then I'm going to switch to doing the rest of it by hand. So I'm going to clear the rest of this space off. Just move it over. And we'll let that do its thing. Now you could let the KitchenAid or your mixer do all of the work, but I happen to really enjoy kneading dough. So I don't know if that's just me, but I really enjoy doing it, so I'm gonna do half of the work for it. So we'll let this work. It probably needs another minute or 2, and we'll come back and knead some dough. Okay, so my pizza dough is out of my mixer. I'm just giving it a little extra care, a little extra kneading, because I like to have a well-kneaded dough. And what you're looking for in your dough, so you can see, is you want your dough to be nice and smooth and happy looking, just like that. And that's the pizza dough. This dough does not need to sit and rise, but if you're busy and running around and you need to let it rise, you can go ahead and cover it and put it on the side. And when you come back, it'll be perfectly fine. You can also, I used to make this dough ahead of time. I would make it on Friday and then put it in a Ziploc bag in the fridge. And then on Motzai Shabbos, on Saturday night, I would take it out of the bag and let it sit on the counter for half an hour to kind of come back up to temperature, because you don't want to roll cold dough. It's just the elasticity isn't there when it's too cold. So, all right, I think it's about time for us to start rolling my pizza dough. Now, because of the pans I have about a 12-inch and a 16-inch pan, so I'm going to split it slightly unevenly, but if you have two equal-sized pans, then go ahead and split it equally. This will make you 2 pizzas. We'll give a little more dough to that one. Okay, so I'm going to roll this pizza dough out. Now, in the meantime, I turned on my oven. My oven is set at 375. I got my big rolling pin here, and we're going to start to roll it. We start with a circle, and we're going to keep turning it to make a circle. And no, it doesn't have to be perfect circle. And no, I also do not have the skills to flip the dough in the air. You're welcome to try that at home, but I don't know how to do that. So, or I should say, I don't know how to do that and have it, stretch and land correctly. It's not my thing. Okay, so we're gonna get this pizza dough all rolled out, and then we're gonna get it on our pan, and we are going to top it. I'm gonna roll this one, I'm gonna roll the second one, and I'll meet you back here to finish off the pizzas. Okay, so what I'm doing now is gently lifting up my dough off my counter, and I'm putting it down on my baking sheets, on my pizza trays. I did lightly spray them with some cooking spray because these are old and a little beaten up. And what you're gonna do is you're not gonna press it down into your tray. You're gonna lift and stretch, okay? So you're gonna lift so your dough really comes like halfway off of your sheet and stretch it over to the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way around and lift and stretch. And then when you get to like the corners, you can press in. You press in on the edges. You're making your crust there, okay? So you're gonna lift and stretch, and then you can press it in at the ends, okay? But you don't wanna rip your dough by trying to stretch it over your pan, over your pizza pie over here. Okay, so I did that one. That one's done. I'm gonna stretch, lift and stretch this one and press it in. This one's not a perfect circle. That one came out almost perfect, but this one did not. But that's okay. You're gonna lift it and stretch it. Make sure it's all set up here. My oven has already beeped and told me that it is ready at 375 degrees. All right, so we've got this one stretched out in my pizza pie sheet pan. All right, now we're ready. Now you're gonna do your pizza sauce. You could use tomato sauce and sprinkle a little oregano and basil on it. I do that pretty often. Or any pizza sauce you like. I happen to really like Don Pepino's. No, they did not sponsor this, just so you know, it's just the one I tend to use. But again, you could just use any pizza sauce that you enjoy, or tomato sauce, and then add some spices to it. They will taste a little different, but they'll still be really good. Half of the time, I'm gonna do that. And actually, I use the entire 15-ounce can on my 2 pizzas. Gotta have it saucy, right? So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna just spread it into a circle. Spread your pizza sauce all the way out. More crust, less crust, that's up to you. Wherever your sauce is not going to be crust. Okay, so we're gonna spread out that sauce all the way in a circle. Look at that. You can try and spread it more evenly if you want. Okay, I'm gonna do the second one. I feel like I put more sauce in the second one. I don't know why. This one's gonna be a saucy one. Might actually transfer. Move some of that sauce over. I put a little too much on the smaller one. We'll move it over to the bigger one. Okay. There we go. We'll just spread this sauce out. Next, we're going to need the cheese. You can use mozzarella. You can use any shredded cheese you want. I have a bag of this very nice natural kosher shredded Mexican blend. I get it at my Costco. It's really great. Again, not sponsored. This is just what I happen to love and use. So this has like, what does it have in it? Monterey Jack, cheddar, and a few other cheeses in it. Asadero cheese. Look at that. Okay. But you can use mozzarella. You can use Munster. You can use whatever you've got. Okay? And we're going to spread out the cheese evenly over our pizza. Then you can leave it just like this and pop it in the oven. If you just like cheese pizza, and it used to be that I would make a very large cheese pizza, and then like my smaller pizza would be half cheese and half vegetable. And my kids seem to have grown up a little bit, and now they like the vegetable pizza too. So I am down to making 2 entire vegetable pizzas. Can you believe that? Okay. I can't quite believe that. But I can make vegetable pizza for everybody, and everybody will be happy. So that is a very great turn of events around here, because I know I like vegetable pizza. All right, so we've got the shredded cheese. Now, I went ahead and I already sliced up, I've got some red onion, I've got some orange peppers, some mushrooms, and some black olives. That's what people like around here. Sometimes I'll add green olives, although people don't like that one as much. There's only 2 of us who like green olives, so they're not going on the pizza today. Sometimes I will add, I know, people are gonna hate me for saying this, sometimes I will add some pineapple. It is what it is. There's somebody in my house who really likes pineapple on their pizza, so, you know, not everybody has to eat it. It's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put my onions on, but you can put whatever you want. I know people who put falafel on their pizza. Obviously, if you don't keep kosher, you can put your sausage or stuff like that. If you do keep kosher, you could put fake ones. Or fake cheese. But one's fake cheese, not me. I'd rather have real cheese and not have any meat. And I'm good with that. But you can definitely go ahead and put whatever you want on your pizza. It's your pizza. If you want to add feta cheese, add feta cheese. If you want to add big chunks of basil, add big, leaves of basil. Go ahead. It's your pizza, so you get to make it however you like, which is one of the benefits of making pizza at home. And sometimes you're just going to add whatever you find in your refrigerator, because that definitely has happened more than once around here. You're like, oops, this is all we've got, people. This is all you're getting. Okay. So I've got my orange peppers. This is a really recent addition, because I have some people who are not big fans of peppers, but recently they decided it's okay to put them on and they'll just pick the peppers off of their pieces. So I was like, hey, I can add peppers. Okay, I'm gonna add mushrooms. Pretty much everybody in the house will eat those. So that's really nice. Very convenient. But I put all kinds of things on my pizza in the past. I have put broccoli on my, yes, I actually sauteed the broccoli first before I put it on. But I have put broccoli on my pizza. I have put zucchini on my pizza. What kind of weird stuff have you guys put on your pizza? What's really good that I haven't tried and I need to try on my pizza? Put it in the comments down below. Remember, if it's something that's not kosher, I'm not gonna try it, but still, let me know, what am I missing out? What really needs to be on my pizza that I don't know about, okay? Let me know in the comments below, because I want to try it. If I can, I want to try it. All right, we've got some black olives. Everybody in my house likes black olives. I saved myself a lot of effort. I've gotten lazy over the last few years. It's not lazy, it's just like, I just don't have the patience for it. I buy the pre-sliced black olives because we almost never need whole black olives in my house. So if I get the pre-sliced ones, that saves me a lot of work. Look at that. I just have to drop them on. All right, these two pizzas are ready. I'm gonna throw them in the oven and we'll come back and check on them in a few minutes. All right, and pizzas are in the oven and they've been in here for a little bit. They're looking great. I'm gonna actually switch them. So I'm gonna take the bottom one and put it on the top and put the top one on the bottom so they get nice and evenly cooked. Smells good. Okay, the pizzas are out of the oven and wow, do they look gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't want to eat that pizza, right? All right, that's it. The pizzas are out of the oven. They're completely ready. Now I just have to get them all cut up and we are gonna have some delicious pizza dinner. I hope you enjoyed making this with me. I hope you make some pizza at home. Remember, you can find this recipe in my cookbook. It's on my website and it's on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notification every time you upload a video, and go check out my website where my cookbook is, flippinghousesandpancakes.com. Oh yeah, it's pizza time.